Hello, I'm Janet Gascoigne and I'm living here in Istanbul. Originally, I'm from England and I've been living in Istanbul for 10 years. I live in Üsküdar, which is on the Asian side of Istanbul. And why am I here? I have many reasons for being here. Um, One of them is, of course, this Istanbul is a unique city. It's built on two continents, so it joins two continents, Europe and Asia, and the geographical position is almost perfect. It's very close to everything. And I really love Turkish culture, especially the people, and the climate is as good as almost perfect. Um, Food, everything else, historical. There's a lot of history in Istanbul. It's extremely interesting. Just about everything in Istanbul is wonderful. Why am I here? Well, I came here for a number of reasons, one of them being my religion, because in Istanbul it is easy to practice my religion. There are so many mosques in and around the area where I'm living, and I just love the atmosphere here. It's quite cosmopolitan. There are a lot of people, different types of people here, and another thing is that the food is just great too. And I could definitely recommend anybody to come for a trip to Istanbul. It's certainly worth a visit, and it's a place that you just fall in love with. That's why I'm here. I came here 7 times before I came to live here. I just fell in love with it and wanted to keep coming back.
Hello, my name is Paris Achen, and I am an American from Portland, Oregon. I have lived in Istanbul since April 2019. And the reason I'm in Istanbul is very simple. I wanted to live in a different country and experience a different culture, but I didn't know what country that would be. I didn't know which country I wanted to live in until I came on holiday to Turkey. And I describe it as an epiphany. I knew after a few days that this was the country where I wanted to live. And the reason I wanted to live here is because Istanbul is where East meets West. It straddles 2 continents, Asia and Europe. And you can see in walking through different districts of the city, you can see both European culture and Middle Eastern culture. And that's really fascinating to find in one place. I also really loved the way that people took care of street animals, the cats and the dogs that live on the streets, and how they make that a community effort. I really love animals, and it makes me really happy when I see cats frolicking around and the people feeding them and making sure they have water, and in some cases medical care. It just adds kind of a magic touch to the city that you really can't find anywhere else, and that's just one aspect that makes the city unique. I also really love all of the layers of history in Istanbul. It's a place that you can never know completely. It always has a new secret to reveal. Even in my own neighborhood, there's just layers and layers of history and little nooks and crannies and new things that I discover all the time when I just decide to take a walk and wander about. I also love the people in Turkey. They're very helpful, they're very hospitable, they're very welcoming, and their culture has welcomed people throughout history, people who were persecuted, people who were escaping from war, and that hasn't changed over time. And that says something about the Turkish people. It says something about how compassionate they are, and that's one thing I really love about Istanbul.
Hi from Istanbul. My friends asked me to talk to you about my reasons for coming to Istanbul and my reasons for staying here in Istanbul. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so back in 2015, the very end of 2015, I came here from merry old United Kingdom and to the Asian side actually of Istanbul because I had the opportunity to. My children had gone to university or had got married and moved away from home, and I found myself in the United Kingdom by myself, in a house by myself, all alone. So I took the opportunity and moved to Istanbul. Having been here for quite a number of years now, I really love the rich culture of Istanbul, the many different international people that study, work, play here. The culture, it's the friendliness of the people, chai, simit, the birds that follow the ferry boats. Actually, my favourite part of Istanbul is actually the Bosphorus. I find it so soothing, so comforting. It's fantastic. That gives you just a little flavour of kind of what Istanbul's like and the reasons why people like myself may choose to come here.
Hi, my name is Zoe Marlowe and I live in Istanbul, Turkey. I'm a English teacher. I'm a professor at Biruni University, and I love living in Istanbul because it is really home for me. I really feel at home here. It's really one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen, and I've been in many beautiful cities before. And I came from America about 10 years ago to become an English teacher here, because I had been teaching in America. And I found a lot of other foreigners here, British people, Americans, Chinese people, everyone comes here because it's interesting, it's historical, and it's really beautiful. And I really enjoy my life here with my two cats, Winnie and Teddy. They're not going to show up in the video, I think. But as far as the quality of life here, it can be really great. And I'm enjoying the fact that my job as a teacher here is so rewarding because I have really great Turkish students who are learning to be English teachers from me. And I plan to continue that job for as long as I can until I retire probably, which might be not that soon. But as far as travel is concerned, I would definitely recommend Istanbul is a really great place to visit. There's just so much culture here. There's so much amazing different food here. Amazing different landscapes you can go to, the sea, you can go to the forest, you can go to the mountains, you can go skiing, or you can just, like I do, go out and sit on the balcony and look at the beautiful Bosphorus Strait that's in front of my house.